Welcome back to the last Remnant video walkthrough 100% completion guide. We have just wrapped up the Union of the Golden Chalice and now the Sword of the Three Realms with every one of the guild tests that we can currently do without exploring a new area. We are now working on our third and final guild, Ring of the Labyrinth. And we're in Gasland killing these rose flies for a very specific drop they have, fly needles. Something that any self-respecting player would have 100 of by now, but we don't have the 4 we need because we've skipped everything. We didn't even do these guys. They're the first creatures you ever encounter in the game that in the real world of the game. Anyway, I need to kind of explain what we're doing here, just like we did in the last 2 guilds. We need to unlock ranks 1 through 5 of this guild, and then unlock the eyes for, there's 2 eyes in this guild, Ring of the Labyrinth. However, they throw you a curveball in this guild. They make, well, before I start doing anything, I want to say that in this guild, in this particular video, everything goes right. So many things go right to make this video 30 minutes. We complete all the ranks and we get both eyes, and it's only because every single thing we do just happens to roll money. 3 cherries for us right across the jackpot wheel every time with the random number generator. So this will be a rare type of video compared to all the others where we kind of had good luck and bad luck. But anyway, what we're doing here with the curveball they throw you here for rank 1 is that you need to create a weapon, and it's called Mermaid's Malice. And well, nobody has the Mermaid's Malice. No character in the game has it, and no character in the game will ever have it because it's a specialized weapon that you need you need an item from a chest, a mermaid's barrel, for it to even come up as a craftable item to you. So what we're going to do in order to get the Mermaid's Malice is we're going to buy a weapon from the shop called an Otachi. We can buy it from the Athlum shop. We don't need to have anything special to buy it, but just note that we're getting those fly needles now. We got 7. We got way more than we need. We're going to buy an Otachi, and then we're going to upgrade it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So for each time you upgrade a weapon, you need a certain number of 3 types of items. So because we're upgrading it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, we're going to need 15 different items, different kinds of items, and a different number of them. So now that we have the fly needles, we actually have enough to do the first 2 upgrades. But what we need is amoeba rawhide, and we need 6 of them. So we are fighting amoebas now, and Crookfin drink. Sorry, if you're playing the Crookfin and Mount Vacal drinking game, this is your cue. We're going to need 6 of them, and I think we get some nice rolls here. There are a couple of these upgrade items that we're just going to be able to buy off a vendor. So I will buy them off a vendor instead of fighting for them or mining them because it takes less time. So let's see those amoeba rawhides that are falling off the... Yep, 3 for the first split. 3 for the second split. That's nice. That's going to give us 6 amoeba rawhides right off the bat. That's the 6 we needed on the first pull. Everything went right there. We got lucky enough to capture 2 of those amoebas in that pull, so we can immediately leave, shaving minutes off the video. Yay. Alright, we can move on to the next item we're going to need. We're heading to Nagapur, going to the aqueduct. Yes, the special item we need, the Mermaid's Barrel, in order to make this final weapon, Mermaid's Malice, is in an area right at the entrance of aqueducts. And I mentioned we were coming back in aqueducts for one more puzzle, later on in the videos, and this is it. This will be the last time we're coming in here for puzzles. This is a really neat 2-platform puzzle. One that even after I figured it out, I still was dumbfounded out how to get out of it. There's one platform we just saw, and let's clear anything that's going to get in our way here, because we're going to want to we're going to need some room. We need some elbow room here. These bunes are pretty common here. There's nothing special about him, except he just happens to be in our way. Oh, let me get back to what I was talking about. I buy from the vendor minerals, steel ore and stuff like that. Stuff that Gasoline copper, probably, instead of mining it, just because it shaves time off the video. If I were playing for just me, I would run in the damn zone and do it myself. I'd get myself 100 of whatever I needed, so that I'd never have to buy it or farm it again. We're going to hit the first platform here. It looks a little counterintuitive, but this is going to allow us access to the other treasure chest there. But there was a ladder over there on that platform. Oh, and I also recommend the same thing to you when you're playing. Don't waste your money buying minerals at a store. They get expensive sometimes. Buying 100 of something very expensive is really, really expensive. So if you can possibly mine it, you know where it is. You can just wiki it to find it out. I definitely suggest you do the work yourself instead of buying it. Yeah, that chest did not have the barrel we needed in it, but the other chest will. And if you kind of see what we did here, we opened up the way where we could walk over there and hit the ladder, and then come over here and bring the platform back, blocking us off again. This has the mermaid's barrel in it, and once this barrel is in your inventory, you will get the option at a blacksmith shop to craft this weapon. It will upgrade a daimyo otachi, if you have one, up to a mermaid's malice. Alright. So, yeah, I kind of got turned around there. I was intelligent enough to solve the puzzle, but not intelligent enough to know to do it in the exact opposite order to get out. I had a little brain freeze there. But we're out, so we'll just ignore that, and I'll pretend it's deliberate. That was my plan all along. And now we can head out of here. Hopefully avoiding these crabs that almost get us. Wow. That is one annoying thing about this, is like when you interact with an item, a ladder, a chest, anything, every creature in your background disappears, and so you kind of lose where they are. And so that when they reappear, it can really scare the hell out of you. Okay, so we got the mermaid's barrel, and this is beautiful. This is absolute magic here. Mr. Diggs, just unfucking believable mine here. We need 1 gold ore, 1 singular, and there is a mine over here that has a chance for gold ore to come out of it. It's not the most common item out of there, but and I believe this is the highest chain you can get. But this is what I was talking about when I said everything went right in this video. That's 1 dig, a 45 chain, and we got 30 gold ore, though we only needed 1, and a bunch of other stuff that we'll still use for our weapon upgrades and stuff. So none of that will be wasted. We will use it. Our guys will be glad to consume it. But that was really, really nice, and especially on the first dig. That just never happens, and it did happen. It was on video, so good times. Anyway, that means we are in and out of the zone instantly for yet again. Moving on to the next item, we need a dragon liver. We'll be going to Ave Cliff to get those dragons. I did mention and you will at one point in time want to farm dragons, regular dragons, not dread dragons, but regular dragons, whether for livers or not. There's going to be some things you'll want from regular dragons, and this is a nice zone because right when you come in, you can just look down in there without going anywhere. You just look down there, what creatures are down there, and if there's dragons, good times. Go to the bottom, run around and kill them, run back up. It's nice because you can kind of see everything on all 3 levels all at once. And this is probably the only zone where you can see the entire area from a top-down perspective like that. These dragon livers, let's see, they can't be dropped. They can only be split. And anybody who's ever farmed dragons would know how infrequently it is, and how infrequent it is that you get to capture them. So I need to kind of get lucky here. And actually, luck will have very little to do with it since I saved right there and cut it out of the video. But so I probably fought these things 5 or 6 times, but to ensure I get to capture. If we're still trying to get our heals up a little bit, I will split our guys 2 and 3 again on big guys like this, dragons specifically, because they have so many hit points, and give them as much opportunity to be alive as possible. They should die about the same time, but I want them to do a lot of damage to us so that we can heal it. They aren't strong enough to kill us, but they certainly should be strong enough to do enough damage where we can get some remedies going. That's something that that's a theme throughout the entire game. You never hit a point where you're just like, oh, I'm done with remedies. Not that I know of. I've certainly never hit a point where I was done farming remedies. Okay, so we kind of got Paris working on getting our morale up here. Will give us some nice beat-down abilities soon. Nice. It looks like Team B is going faster than Team A. Team A has got some catching up to do. Alright. Wow, there's some just horrible options there for Rush. He had like a 5 action point ability and a 6 action point ability. And that kind of sucks. Oh, let me tell you a good thing while we're fighting this fight about the ranks in this guild. The good thing is we already have rank 4 and 5 already done. They're already done. 4 is to have 80 treasure chests, and we know we have that. And 5 is to have the Demon Blade, which we got from, if you remember, when we were running to the final battle in the final battle video. We ran through the Sacred Lands, and there was a treasure chest, and I said specifically, make sure you get the treasure chest while we're running through here. Even though we did port out of that, it was important that we went there and got that treasure. It had a Demon Blade in it, and that will satisfy rank 5 automatically. We've already gotten that. And one of the eyes. There's 2 eyes for this guild. We already have one of them for having 50 treasure chests. So they're kind of nice to you, except for the very first rank, where we have to create this goddamn weapon. 6 upgrades to get the weapon. So we're collecting a lot of stuff for just this one weapon to get rank 1 open. But then after we get rank 1, it'll be pretty easy. We'll have it almost completely wrapped up. Okay, so getting back to why we're here in the first place. We needed dragon liver to split off of one of these captured dragon. We did get a split, and it's rare. It's the pink one. Dragon liver, 1. We need 1. That's going to be the one. Good times. Whew. And the rare ones, like, just because you get the capture doesn't mean you'll get that rare. Like, I don't know how many captured dragons I went through before I finally got one that dropped the liver. But it wasn't super memorable, so it didn't take way too many. But a rare drop, a rare split off of a monster that's hard to capture is a pain. And that was the only pain item really in this whole weapon recipe. Before we move on to, because now we've gotten all the, well, I'm speaking a little too quickly here. We're going to buy some items from vendors, and then we're going to create this weapon, just to make sure that we have everything we need for it before we start moving on to opening rank 2. This is Ring of the Labyrinth. God, I hope I've mentioned that this is Ring of the Labyrinth we're doing now. Nice quiet walk out. No extra fights. Everything is coming up daisies. Okay, there is a vendor in Ryosha who has some middle game minerals, ores and stuff like that. You can't buy all mineable things from a store. You can only buy some of them, and these are probably all that you can buy. Copper, iron, steel, Rhyoshan steel. Right now I'm buying steel and Rhyoshan steel, and I'm only buying about 10 of each of those. And I think I need to buy some timber, or do I already have the timber? No, I think I have to buy the timber. Well, I don't have to buy any of it. Like I said, if I were playing it just for me and I wasn't recording it, I would not buy anything. That's blasphemy. You never buy anything that's growing in your backyard. You would just get it out of your backyard, mine it yourself. Yeah, the timber. I'm going to buy 4 of those, I think. But it's faster. It's faster than showing me going to a zone, dodging creatures. Okay, let's buy the Itachi. Let's get this shit done. Let's get it on. The Itachi is a 2-handed katana, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be, because it turns into a demon blade eventually. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upgrades on it. So I am now just looking at it and ensuring that it's in my inventory. We also have an Ancient Itachi, but ignore that. That one is not in the upgrade path. We cannot upgrade the Ancient to what we need here. Those Ancients and Old weapons don't have upgrades, so we can't use them. Let's see. So we're going to take the Itachi and create a battle Itachi out of it. That's where we got the fly needles, and we already had the other stuff. Yay. That's the first upgrade, and then it will always ask us if we want to put it on. No, we don't want to put it on. The battle Itachi we upgrade to a Ronin Itachi. That's the timber and the copper. We already had the Beastman talons for it. Ronin Itachi is going to go to Samurai Itachi. We killed amoebas for the raw hides and bought the steel, so that's going to give us that one. Samurai is going to upgrade to a Daimyo Itachi, which we bought the Rhyoshan steel for. Night, and we had the other things for it. Wow, we have a lot of land insecta talons. I don't know what creature that is, but it probably was involved in our PC Ultimate grind if it was at 100. Daimyo Itachi goes to Mermaid's Malice only if we have the Mermaid's Barrel. You can see there at the bottom. Gold ore and a dragon liver. We have them. We can upgrade it. It's 57,000 gold to create for the final level creation there. It's not a super powerful weapon. They get much more expensive to upgrade later. But that's where a lot of your gold will go. Is doing manual upgrades like that. So you will want to have a little bit of a bankroll. Still having 1,000,000 gold is helpful. Okay, so now we got the Mermaid's Malice. We don't have to worry about rank 1 anymore. It's done. This one is a pain, but you can't tell it's a pain. In this video, you're just going to see me run directly toward the named creature that we need to kill for rank 2. However, what it might entail for you is a really, really long series of runs, if you're on the PC anyway. It might be different on the Xbox, but how it works on the PC is, well, let me tell you where the named is. He's in the final fortress, so we need to walk all the way through the third path here, I believe we're going. We need to walk all the way through the third path and into the final fortress from the third path. And when we do that, there could or could not be a named creature there. If there isn't one there, then in order to reload that zone for another chance at a different creature, you have to hit the world map, which means you need to either save back at the world map and then make the run in here. If he's not there, reload at the world map, or come back out here. There's a teleporter right here on our coming up on our left here soon, and then port back to the world map and do this run again. This run becomes very long. What my extreme luck is if you look here, this is my first time here because this door is still closed. So it just so happened my first time here, this rare was here. So I only had to do the run once, and I was thinking the whole time, holy God, how many times am I going to have to run all the way through the third path? If you're in here, there's the eyeball, Black Moon, that's the name we need. Kudos Squaresoft for naming a creature what it could look like, a Black Moon. Looks like the Death Star, but Black Moon, acceptable. It's not really black. It might be black. We'll say it's black. Oh yeah, this guy's tough also. A lot of hit points. But certainly by the time you're doing this guy, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. He's taken several 100,000 damage, and he's not even blinking. There's one round down. And really, anybody who survives the first round with us at this point and is not blinking, rare anyway, it's pretty tough. Now, nowhere near as tough as these mini bosses we're going to do in the next video, but for rare anyway, it's tougher than we've seen. And this guy can be a terrible, terrible nuisance once these eyeballs start getting overrun. And we'll see that after we do these, finish up this guild's task. We're going to be making a trip to the Ancient Ruins for a few videos. And that's a zone we haven't gone to yet, but we have unlocked, and it's amazing. There's a lot to do in there, and so I'd make a special video for that. And in that video, we wrap up some of the guild tasks that we need to go to the Ancient Ruins for. I'm just putting all the Ancient Ruins stuff together. Okay, this eyeball's done. Let me talk about some of the other things required here. That eyeball's done. Rank 3 is going to be, I don't know, he's like a clay golem guy, a Galagnos guy, and he is Thanatos, and he's in the Darkened Forest. Rank 4, we already talked about, is already done, so is rank 5, and one of our eyes are done. The other eye is going to require us to have a commander in the party, so we're going to need to stop by the Union of the Golden Chalice Guild in Athlum and recruit a guy who just so happens to be a commander, and he will satisfy that requirement for us and unlock every single ring of the Labyrinth guild task. In fact, all of our guild tasks are going to be open by the end of this video. There's two really nice items in that chest there. One of them you may even consider for Rush, but certainly nice accessories for your guys, and I believe we'll get a couple bites on that. I always consider that like fishing, when you pull something out of a chest and it looks good and you think it would work good on one of your characters. You're just crossing your fingers, hoping one of your characters has it in its list of possible upgrade items. Yeah, having that world teleporter right there is awesome. It makes this zone fun to run through, because you can run all the way through it, then hit the teleporter on the very far end of it like we were there. And we do have to farm some stuff in third path again. We will be back. There's Ankh boulders you saw there. We'll need to come back for them. And there's some, I believe there's some Harpilia in that zone. I don't know. Doesn't matter, because right now we're hunting clay golems. Thanatos, he's going to be here almost to the entrance to the next area. And I was really kind of thinking that the ranks would get harder and harder, but it was a really nice relief that we already had 4 and 5 done. The only problem here was that creating that damn weapon. And as far as weapons are concerned, we have a lot of guild tasks left over that are weapon creates, and they will be a lot like that one. Although, thankfully, we will be doing all of those at once. We'll be doing all the Weapon Master guild tasks at once, just because it's easier to collect items for multiple weapons than it is to collect all the items you need for one weapon, then get all the items you need. They'll overlap, and so it's best. What I did is I got a list of all the weapons I needed to create, and then I got a list of all the items necessary to create those, and then I got all the zones they were in, and then I started to combine zones together and try and do as many as we can in the fewest number of zones. Shortest path possible is all that shit that we've been following through the whole videos. It's too much information. You didn't need to know all that. You didn't want to know all that. But Thanatos we got. And he's going in the rare box where he belongs. And we are practically done. We do have... What do we have to do? We have to do one more thing. There's no more fighting in this video. So we're just going to purchase a guy in Athlum, I believe, Union of the Golden Chalice, and then we're going to turn in our guild tasks. And more to the point, we're going to unlock a bunch of them. You'll see, once again, just like we did with the last two, when we go to the guild, we're only going to have like 1 or 2 guild tasks completed. But as we open the ranks, you'll see that as more guild tasks become available, we have more completed than we thought we did. And as we make them all available, it'll quickly be something more than 10. Oh, here's something I did on the way. Loki, we did all the shit for him, but we didn't do the final talk too, so in the interest of completion, guess I owe you one rush. My eyes worked fine, but my heart was letting them see that worth a damn. So off painless and darkness, it's only thanks to Rhea that I'd be able to come this far out of the darkness. Her and it's funny how easy to find friends. You just got to open up a little. And Loki told us a little bit about love. Taught us how to love again. Thank you. Thank you. The guy we need specifically here, Aquarius, is right on the bottom. And so we're going to head on over to Elysian and start turning these janks in. I'm sorry, janks is a technical term for guild tasks. Elysian. Gnad District. This is the only one that's kind of annoying. Like, after you make this run so many times, it's annoying to have to run one direction and then turn around and run another direction. Rush is a god at this point in time. He should be able to jump that damn banister. Save us some time. This guy needs to stop scratching his head and start completing our guild tasks. Check it. Mermaid's Malice was rank 1. That weapon was created. Opens up a bunch more. After that, we had Black Moon. We had a really lucky spawn on him. First time back there, he was open. Open rank 2. And the Daily Imp. Thanatos was in Darkened Forest. We just killed him. He's still fresh in our... His carcass is fresh in our bags to unlock rank 3. 80 treasure chests is going to unlock rank 4. And give us the Daily Grand Spider. Nice. Nice magazine. The Demon Blade is going to give us rank 5. By the way, it doesn't consume the Demon Blade. It doesn't consume the Mermaid's Malice. We still have those items. They just want to know that we have them in our possession. Okay, so doing this unlocked a bunch more. Austri was a rare we killed, and Lava Fender, I think, gives us Dahlia's Da. Symphalian Bird we killed in the Sacred Lands, the Juggernaut Formation, which sounds like it ought to be useful, but it's not. The Bune Fin we got in Aqueducts in Nagapur, and that gave us another formation we can't use, another formation we won't use. Medicinal Mandrega Sealings. These were kind of rare. Rare drops, rare splits, something there. And that gave us another formation we won't use. Another formation we won't use. Glagonous Fragment, Cash and Blueprints, thank you, and the Daily Orefish we will use. Commander in the party, that's the Aquarius guy. That gives us an eye. It should be Cash and Blueprints and the Eye of Evil. And so now when we cycle through these, they're all open. The only ones that are missing are the ones we've done. And so they're out of the 64, we've got 64 open, so grats, good job. We are now qualified to do anything and get credit for it in the game, so it's a good feeling. In the next video, we'll start killing some mini-bosses and badasses. We'll see you then.